So, Congress, Maxine Looby from UCU, University College Union, speaking in support of Composite 12 on tackling violence, harassment and sexual harassment in the workplace. Now, I'm struggling here because the delegate before talked about work shouldn't hurt, and that really hurt me. And it pains me that we are still having these conversations about sexual violence in the workplace. And that needs to change. So just bear with me while I get myself together, because that was a really powerful speech from the previous delegate, and I think we need to acknowledge that it takes a lot of courage to come up here and speak about those things in that manner. So, conference. It's a travesty that so many workers across the UK go to work fearing for their own safety. That so many workers are sexually assaulted and harassed just for doing their jobs. The government's own research has shown that 1 in 3 workers has experienced sexual harassment in the workplace. And we know that the risk is not shared equally. Women, Black, disabled and LGBT+ workers are disproportionately more at risk of experiencing sexual violence at work. TUC research shows that half of women who have faced sexual harassment in the workplace, that Black women face double discrimination with both racist and misogynist abuse, while 7 in 10 LGBT+ and disabled workers have experienced sexual harassment. And that's backed up by UCU research, which showed that disabled and LGBT+ staff in tertiary education were much more likely to experience sexual violence than their non-disabled peers. The sad truth is, employers are simply not doing enough to protect their staff from sexual violence. We need urgent action to ensure a truly zero-tolerance approach to sexual violence in all its forms. That must include a duty to prevent harassment by third parties. Our own research in UCU shows that 14% of tertiary educated staff who have experienced sexual harassment had been harassed by a student. And research by the British Medical Journal and Guardian also showed that almost 60% of sexual harassment and assault incidents were reported by NHS staff were by their patients. It's fair to say we need action, and we need it now, to end this scourge of sexual violence in the workplace, in our movement and across the whole of society. But we know the employers won't ask unless we make them. That's why it is vital we as a movement put our collective weight behind measures like this, which can make a real difference. We also need to lead...
If you could wind up, Delegate, in a minute.
Thank you. We need to lead from the front on this issue, and that's why I urge you to support this important motion. Thank you, Congress.